Make sure you go check out Trap what is his name? Uh Wait a minute. Hey, come on, bro. Don't do me like that, bro. Sure. But make sure you go check out Trap More Ross. This is a story like how Diggy D exposed Central C for like the things that he do like he say and do in his raps or just in general. Like Central C is like a UK artist, so and guess Diggy D is a UK artist, but you know how they like collab with like people in the US, so in the United States. So make sure you go check out Trap More Raws. Um I just did a video on Diggy D, how he exposed Central C and called him like white boy Simba. Yeah. But anyway, uh
This craziest beef in UK drill has been reignited again because my guy Digga D has just released his new song Pay G, Pay As You Go. All right. A scathing diss track to Central C. I got a little shout out in the video. I'm very gassed to be hearing that. And he absolutely cooked Central C, man. Central C's been firing off little sneak disses, little pot shots at Digga D and me for a minute now. All right. He's linking up with Drake. Dissing Digga D. It's actually been a very one-sided and ugly beef, and Digga D is finally clapping back. He's had enough of the hate, of the nonsense, and he has fired a pretty devastating shot towards Central C. So in this track, Pagey, he basically says he's gonna he basically says Central C and his team, live yours, live your movie, whatever they call themselves. Okay, that gang that they say the live yours gang, they wish they could be in it. Digga D's basically saying he's ready to drop that bag. Stop talking about I'll spend £100,000 to get my bun right in front of a crowd. Digga D basically saying, yo, I actually do be getting people shot in front of crowds. So he went absolutely crazy. Okay, I'm going to break down all of the lyrics, give you all the backstory. But he basically cooked Central C, absolutely violated Central, man. It's actually embarrassing. So he basically said, this is what you lot wanted, in it. Everybody's been saying, please, can you just respond to Central C? Can you just cook Central C, the fake gangster, just for us one time? You're the real deal, please. Right? And he did. He delivered. Okay. Said, you better stop because the shit's getting hot act. When it got into my phone, I was gobsmacked. You know, he's had some serious cases. The cops be cracking his phone. He said, I don't care if it's on disappear. Don't send me anything bait on WhatsApp. What you saying? You want a new 17? He's talking about a Glock.
yeah, and I mentioned that, like, but you couldn't hear my audio in there, and I mentioned that, but in the kind of reaction, because I'm not really on camera, but I did mention that he did say something about the WhatsApp app, like, you feel me? And then he also said, like, called him Simba, and like, whoa, bro, and but you can't hear my art, you can't hear me on a reactional like a voiceover or whatever on the last video I did of this, like because of Young Riz, but I didn't know that they didn't like bro get along or whatever, but until Young Riz told me and finding out here too, like, whoa, bro.
He's not talking about a young ting. All right. He said, I got hitters that's picking up contracts. I'm a pay as you go if you take his shit I'm a pay as you go if you take his shit when you and them come into contact. He's basically telling his little hitters, I will literally pay as you go. I got bread ready, loading. It's in escrow. If you take any one of those live your movie chains from any of Central C's guys, the beef is back on, people. Okay. Said you only hear get back comes with time from guys that ain't got back. All right. There's been a few people. This also could be a little bit of a diss towards Fredo. All right. But basically, he's basically saying all these guys are nerds and they never got back for their.
Wait, Fredo? Well, I've heard of Fredo. Like, which Fredo? Because Yo Riz told me about a Fredo too. Like, which Fredo? Like, because I know a content creator, Fredo, not personally. but it's also a rapper named, what is it, Fredo. So is it the rapper or is it the content creator? Because I read in these comments they are talking. They say it's something like academics too. He's a content creator too, but I don't know what they mean about that. But anyway, this is my first time ever hearing it. Like, you know, and he's also not talking about Ray J's sisters. Like, you feel me?
For their deceased homies. Okay, it's scathing what he's saying. So we all know that's a shit excuse for the pussy old Utes that avoiding combat. Yes, I was dealing with Brandy. It's not no Ray J's sister or cognac. All right. Said Bantam TT smash it and dot that. I used to lock, chop, and shot crack. He's talking about he used to have guns on the block. He used to chop up the dope and he used to sell the crack. So he's really been in the streets trapping like that. He says they only got polls on Insta. I'll murk everyone in that sprint. And now Central C obviously has a song called Sprinter. And also Central C is known to pose with guns on Instagram, albeit in safe environments like gun ranges, not on the street, not on the block with a sniper like Digga D, of course, has been pictured several times doing. Last time
So he's not
Digga D
living the
posted a
type
gun
of
on
lifestyle
Instagram.
that he's
He got
rapping
arrested
about.
immediately.
It's
Okay.
crazy.
So the XD got a clutch on the back. I'll bring out the spring in the winter. Them man guns are fake. That's facts. They're made from a 3D printer. He's saying they got fake guns. He said, your king does nothing but cap. He's lying. That's why I call him Simba. He's saying, imagine Madeline missing again. This MC can make that happen. He's talking about Central C's ex-girlfriend, Madeline, and he's doing a smart little word play. This MC can, Madeline McCann, right? He's actually sick with the bars. Not many people can actually do the street stuff and the actual lyrical content like Digga D. He's a one of a kind in the UK, okay? Said they ain't never turned shit to a ghost, saying they never killed nobody. They're only up on that score when they're snapping. He's saying that Central C loves to get on Snapchat and he loves to diss Digga D when he's in jail, talking about surrender your flag because you're not no Crip. It's easy to say all that when Digga D's in jail.
But why you want to say it while he's out? Why he not locked up? That's crazy. Don't say stuff when they locked up, but when they out, you won't say nothing. Make that shit, man. Sorry for cussing. Make that make sense. Like, what you gonna say while he out, but when he goes to get locked up, are you talking all your smack? Are you talking all your noise, man? Oh my, bro. So how you say it? Digga D was locked up, but Central C came on the track. After Digga D was talking about his girl and talking about him, that Central C is like really capping in his rap, like most artists, allegedly. They ain't really about that lifestyle. You feel me? I've heard.
But now he's back out on the streets. I don't know. I don't know if Central C even be staying in London like that no more. I don't know if he can go back to West London. Said you can stand in front of the camera capping and get a headshot from the cannon, you little blood clot. He's basically saying you're capping in front of the camera, you can actually get shot in the head. He's saying, look, all right, if the Rico comes, it's not my fault. Okay, Digga D's talking hot, but this is what we love. This is what we know and love. So I know where you are. I ain't using flow when I'm tracking with a double entendre. He says I'm tracking these ops and I'm not tracking my cycle like a woman going through their little, you know what I'm saying? And it says you won't get in that car. Why are you lying for? All my guys do drill and they don't like to talk. All right. Apparently, this is a shot at Russ Millions. He was involved in the case with HRB for a conspiracy to present.
And going through unflow, like, yeah, if you know you're a woman, you know.
That's a firearm with intent. They were trying to kill Digga D. In that case, one of Russ's messages to HRB was, I feel like getting in the car and driving there now, but he didn't actually go. Okay, so you won't get in that car while you're lying for. And I like Russ. There's no disrespect to Russ. Right? They've got a very vicious beef. He said, when done it, I left them on life support. Digga D's alleged stab victim was operated on. He was on the operating table for 6 hours and needed 38 stitches to his belly. This incident recurred on Golborne Road in North Kensington. A male friend who was with them at the time of the attack was also...
Sorry, 38 stitches? Wait a minute, bro. That got me in tears, son. Digga D allegedly, like, like a victim was operating. Oh, he was operating his table 6 hours and needed 38 stitches to the belly. Oh my. Oh my. I'm sorry for pausing it so much. My God.
Can't get in that car while you're lying for. And I like Russ. There's no disrespect to Russ, right? But they've got a very vicious beef. He said when stun it and stun it, I left them on life support. Digga D's alleged stab victim was operated on. He was on the operating table for 6 hours and needed 38 stitches to his belly. This incident recurred on Golborne Road in North Kensington. A male friend who was with them at the time of the attack was also seriously injured, suffering a less serious knife injury to the butt.
We don't want to see
Digga D's
those.
really outside, okay?
Do not show
Black
those
got
no
shot.
more.
Now he
We'll
can't get
have
his
to
sight
cover
restored.
that.
And this allegedly is a member called Tubbs. In early
now.
2017, Digga got charged with a double attempted murder after allegedly shooting 2 people, Tubbs and Olag, in the face with a shotgun. He's actually out here really doing drills. He beat the case. He posted. He feels like Lincoln from Prison Break. Been accused of attempted murder. He ended up getting no further action. But apparently Tubbs lost his eyesight permanently and is still blind 9 years later. Now, Digga D did end up getting stabbed in the eye. Karma is a bitch, but he did keep his sight. He said, I had Jakes on my back. I had to fly abroad, all that rage bait shit, trying to strike a chord. He talking about Central C's always rage baiting, throwing up gang signs at the Met Gala, getting his hair braided. Hey, he be doing the rage bait, all right? Digga calls him Slim Shady. He said, I had Babyface Ray in the UK. I showed him a switch, said we don't really fight with swords. Now, if anybody's going to have a switch in the UK, it's probably Digga D and the CGM lot, okay? Look, that's all I'm going to say. They're serious guys, okay? And this is where your boy got mentioned. He said, I don't like what them man said to Ross. Say the same for your artist playing cause. So he is addressed.
And this is Ross that's reacting to this. So this is Ross. So Ross just said he mentioned him. So
what am I saying? They're serious guys, okay? And this is where your boy got mentioned. He said, I don't like what them man said to Ross. Say the same for your artist playing cause. So he is addressing YBs. He's saying he didn't. Listen, Digga D's sticking up for me, so I didn't like how you did that. Hey, listen, all right? YBs had me pressed, but now you got to talk to my big bro, Digga D. Yeah, he's younger than me, but that's big bro, all right? That's going to be big bro right now. He's saying, I don't like what that man said to Ross. Say the same for your artist, Central C, playing cause. They're saying he cosplaying as a gangster. He ain't really, he throwing on the night tech, and he putting himself in the beef. He cosplaying as a gangster. You don't like that. Said, say the same thing. So get out the booth. Tell Central C to get out the booth. That's what he's saying. I'm not saying it. I actually, you know what I mean? Central C, he could probably get back in that booth. But basically, okay, this all came in the midst of me getting pressed. If you don't know the story, all right, if you don't know the story, there was an infamous moment where I was pressed in Las Vegas. I'm going to show you. I'm going to remind you guys, all right? I got pressed in Las Vegas by Central C's manager, all right? This was what went down. If you remember this.
oh, okay.
Wait,
So now I see.
Man, I don't know if it's possible.
So I see why they say academics, because that's academics right there. Oh, okay. So academics is trying to be hard. I don't know him personally and don't want to, because there's a lot of content creators on like him. And I'm just a nobody.
Mind you guys, all right? I got pressed in Las Vegas by Central C's manager, all right? This was what went down. If you remember this. Wait a minute. Why aren't we hearing this?
Man, I don't know if it's possible.
He don't got no beef with you.
Squash the beef, man. Can we squash the beef, or is it?
Never have beef, man.
Are you sure?
Never have beef. Come on,
I appreciate you, bro. You know I said your album was the best UK album that was ever dropped.
I heard you. No, he just say you gotta do a little bit
Yeah, he heard me, all right.
more research. He said you're not the facts ain't there yet.
Hey, I need to get clued up, man. You need to fill in the gaps and let me know what I missed.
No, he's not gonna fill in the gas. That's the point.
I thought he didn't smoke.
No, well, you know, I said.
Stressed. I had him stressed out, man. I had him hitting the vape.
Do me a favor. Oh, you say you doing him a favor?
Hey, look, I heard.
Hey, this is what makes you be coming to speak like that?
I mean, I thought I was just saying what's up.
You need to say what's up.
He good.
Just saying what's up. How is it? It's like that.
Stay out of the booth, bro. Get the fuck out of the booth, bro. Get out, bro. Relax, man. Go outside the booth, and I'll come outside and I'll talk to you outside the booth. Get out of the booth.
That's what it is.
Go get yourself out of the booth. Look, man. Take him out of the booth.
I feel that was uncalled for. Just because he's speaking to Central C, that was uncalled for, in my opinion. Not yours.
You ain't got nothing. Take him out. You got it?
I'm holler at you.
Take the guy out of the booth, bro. Bro, you're out of my booth, bro.
With him?
Let it go. Go, bro. Go, leave it, bro. Get out of my booth, bro. Get out
Dragging
of
my feet, man.
Hurry up, bro.
Hey, good to see you, man.
Let me know what you guys think.
So, yeah, he said, bro, I don't like what that man said to Ross, man. He said, I don't like what that man said to Ross. Okay. Probably should say the same for your artist playing COS. It's a full circle moment, man. I'm loving it. Anyway, he went on to say, I'm going to slide all night if I take a loss. You won't leave that block until I tape it off. I'm going to walk with the Lord till the line gets crossed. I'm going to take the back plate off, put a switch on a Glock, step outside with a glee. I'm tapped. Send a kite. I got blank slapped. Now, apparently, this is what Genius. I'm not saying it, right? They're going to say I'm a snitch. They're going to bring up all that same old, that old nonsense, TY, all that nonsense, okay? But they're going to say the blurred word allegedly, according to Genius, is Wooski, right? Danashe Tyson, known as Woo or Stutz, Wooski is a deceased HRB gang member. Obviously, he was under Fredo and them, the brother of Lil Dots. Woo was on Bruckner Street in Queen's Park, West London, where he was shot in the heart, later approached by the gunman and shot again. They took him to the hospital, but he was later pronounced dead. The murder was allegedly carried out by gang members from CGM. He's saying, Digga saying, sent the kite and got slapped. I don't know. Maybe it's cap. I don't know. He said, how they still making tracks about doing drills, but they're not talking facts? Don't compare me to those guys. That's cap. Clear this at Central C. So my YNs play Lil Jeff, but I ain't impressed because they ain't got hats. I told them go and change them stats. Digga D's tapped in with Chicago Drill. I feel like the best collaboration would be with Q50 and Digga D. I would love to see that happen. I'm dying to see that happen, especially after that K-Trap G Herbo track. It was very disappointing. I love K-Trap. I love G Herbo. They just did something.
Wait, what about G Herbo and Q? Wait, Q. Did he say Q50? He's Q50 is a Chicago artist, right? Because I've heard other reactors. Yeah, I be on other reaction channels. They was reacting to Q50 and G Herbo. What is it, G Herbo or something? Yeah. Trying to be all over YouTube.
Don't compare me to those guys. That's cap. Clear this at Central. So my YNs play Lil Jeff, but I ain't impressed because they ain't got hats. I told them go and change them stats. Digga D's tapped in with Chicago Drill. I feel like the best collaboration would be with Q50 and Digga D. I would love to see that happen. I'm dying to see that happen, especially after that K-Trap G Herbo track. It was very disappointing. I love K-Trap. I love G Herbo. They just did a song together. It was extremely disappointing, man. Very, very bad. Missed opportunity, unfortunately. But maybe Q50 and Digga D will link up, make that track that we've been dying for, man. The UK-US link up is needed. Anyway, he goes on to say double rap crack, double rap tap straps. Shotgun Shane or double tap Daps. That's his nickname in the streets. He's known to double tap the shotgun. So I slept in traps, hustled in flats. G got 4 years. I was landing packs, right? He allegedly was really popping people. And he's reinterpolated lines from his old song, The Truth, on this track. A lot of throwback Digga D lines have been getting brought up here. This is a track for the fans. You know what I'm saying? This is not a song. This is for my supporters type vibes. He says, geez, I just got released. I couldn't believe what I saw in them. Blank. All right. Blurred word is chat. So he's saying, geez, I just got released. I couldn't believe what I saw in them chats. He's referencing Fredo and HRB members basically planning a drill. I thought it was on Snapchat. Maybe he's saying I couldn't believe what I saw in them snaps. But apparently they were planning to kill Digga D on Snapchat and they all got caught. Nearly all of them. They said blank, blank, blank each. I thought dudes had more waps.
I don't even be on there like that. On Snap, on there? Don't y'all know who be watching y'all content? Y'all artists, y'all don't realize that. Y'all don't even care about y'all life, man. Y'all just don't. It's crazy, bro. But I'm gonna have to get off of her because I gotta go help my mama. You feel me? Yeah.
He's saying 500, 500, 500 each. Because apparently that's how they were splitting the gun. Apparently Fredo was saying he didn't have the money to chip in on the guns. Everybody would need to contribute towards the gun. They're saying Javon Houston, a rapper known as Lil Dots, and several other people were all found guilty of conspiracy to possess a firearm with intent. They were trying to kill Digga D. The sense of word is 500 each because that's how they tried to split the cost of the gun between them. I thought they had more waps. Digga thought they didn't need to buy the wap before the drill and split it between multiple people. He said, don't compare them to me. We ain't nothing alike. Who the F has he got on his knife? He's basically saying the ops ain't never stabbed anyone. So the ops said that they took my eye. They lied. That shit was a random guy. That was obviously, he got stabbed in the eye in jail. And, you know, that was unfortunate cosmic karma for shooting a guy in the face and blinding him. But anyway, Digga D lived to tell his tale. So they was all gassed when they did that. I had to sit back and let them talk some more. But the get back was rapid because he got touched and got 40 more. So he's saying the guy that stabbed him in the eye ended up getting stabbed 40 times in retaliation. Said, fool me once, that's shame on you. Fool me twice, that's shame on me. But I ain't a dunce. I ain't letting you fool me.
Retaliation is crazy. The dude that took his eye got 40? Oh, it goes down in there. It goes down in there. I heard, bro.
And, you know, that was unfortunate cosmic karma for shooting a guy in the face and blinding him. But anyway, Digga D lived to tell his tale. So they was all gassed when they did that. I had to sit back and let them talk some more. But the get back was rapid because he got touched and got 40 more. So he's saying the guy that stabbed him in the eye ended up getting stabbed 40 times in retaliation. Said, fool me once, that's shame on you. Fool me twice, that's shame on me. But I ain't a dunce. I ain't letting you fool me once. That's why I got so much beef in West. Us man go ham. Don't play with the gang. Just go ask. It rhymes with beef. He's saying Steve. I believe he's saying Steve. All right, Steve-O, Morrison's brother, who also ended up allegedly getting killed by CGM gang members, and somebody has been arrested for the murder, and it's very controversial. And apparently I'm not allowed to talk about it. Okay, so anyway.
Well, don't talk about it.
All right, this is kind of a full circle moment. Okay, if you remember the history, you remember the law. I did a massive 3-hour documentary, basically, you know, giving Central C his flowers as one of the most prolific rappers in the UK drill history, but also I low-key kind of called him out and said, look, he basically was cosplaying as a gangster. He wasn't really in the streets like Digga D, but Digga D, I called him West London's most dangerous teenager. I broke down all the history of Digga D, the shootings, the fights, the stabbings, all the madness that Digga D was involved in. He really was the real deal and actually is the person who ended up basically, you know, he lived the real life UK drill tale and faced the consequences. Central C kind of put on the night tech and cosplayed as a gangster in the UK drill scene, and he went to the top financially. But you know, as far as authenticity, it's just not there. That's just the facts. Okay, I'm sorry, the truth hurts. But a lot of these clips of me kind of, you know,
speak your truth. Speak your truth. You gotta call them out. Call them out. Because if they ain't about that lifestyle and they faking it, they shouldn't be doing it. Don't be doing something you faking about and you ain't about that life. I guess. So I guess. You ain't about that life, so.
Can cosplayed as a gangster in the UK drill scene, and he went to the top financially. But you know, as far as authenticity, it's just not there. That's just the facts. Okay, I'm sorry, the truth hurts. But a lot of these clips of me kind of, you know, saying my piece against Central C, it went viral. This was a big deal, and that all led up to me getting pressed in the booth by his manager.
Trap Lord Ross exposes.
And there's other moments where I've talked about it.
Central C as a fraud and G checks him.
He had mid-level trapper status. I don't know about roadman status.
Oh, he's a trapper, not a shooter.
But this is the thing, right? There's a big difference between running around selling a few balloons and a few little dime bags at festivals and being a real gangster running around with shanks and all that stuff. Like the stuff that he's talking about buying guns for the block and running around with knives and having people shot for £100,000. That ain't happening.
Oh,
ain't happening, man. You know what I'm saying? They say he poses for the guns for the gram, but he ain't got guns on the block. There's a lot of those pictures going around. So after the documentary dropped, I even had a back and forth with a member of Sench's team. Fezify ended up covering that.
This was a bizarre situation. Trap Lord Ross predominantly covers the international content, but made a documentary about Central C and broke down pretty much how he's a cap rapper. He actually compared him to 6ix9ine on an Instagram post when someone from Central C's record label reached out and confronted him on Instagram.
Compared him to 6ix9ine? And you know what they say about 6ix9ine. Oh, 6ix9ine was snitch on you. He was snitched on his people. All right, bro.
He dropped. I even had a back and forth with a member of Sench's team. Fezify ended up covering that.
This was a bizarre situation. Trap Lord Ross predominantly covers the international content, but made a documentary about Central C and broke down pretty much how he's a cap rapper. He actually compared him to 6ix9ine on an Instagram post when someone from Central C's record label reached out and confronted him on Instagram. She said she's sick of these nerdy white boys like Trap Lord Ross even speaking about it, and Trap Lord Ross said, "Are you talking about Sench?" He said, "Do not blame a journalist when Central C has made 25 million plus off a record deal and he raps about violent things." Trap Lord Ross took it a step further by posting up Central C's enemy in the industry, Digga D, saying he's a real gangster. It's weird to think that Central C came into the industry calling out everyone else for capping. Day in the life, let's see if you really trap, was his first song that had blown up, saying a lot of people are lying in their songs, and now later you got a journalist calling out Central C. He talks about Sench growing up in their hippie phase and transitioning and sticking with that style of music because it was working for him to sell that kind of image. Even though Central C is making...
So you get the gist, all right? Now, Bouncer, shout out to my guy Bouncer, he would cover this at the time. It was very, very controversial, and we've come full circle now that
Did Trap Lil Ross lie when he made the documentary about Central C? Like, he's basically showing where he's come from and then where he is now. And he's talking about Central C, yeah, boom, I'll pay 100 bags to get man shut up, rare. And what Trap Lil Ross is saying is like, raw.
But I hate to stop it here because this is getting good and juicy. I will leave the link to this video. Make sure you go support Trap More Ross. You feel me? For this, for more content. You feel me? About the artist, about Digga D and Central C. But you see he's broke down even why Central C didn't even, his manager didn't even want him to finish talking. Like, you feel me? But anyway, it's so sad, bro. You lying your raps and you lying and you ain't even about that lifestyle. You feel me? Alright, but yeah, I'm gonna have to go because I have to go help my mama. You feel me? But anyway, that's crazy, bro. A lot of y'all artists need to start lying to y'all